Hi everyone, welcome to Life Shifting with Aleta St. James. It's our 8th week and happy Mother's Day everyone from Hell's Kitchen, New York City. I'm very excited today to connect with all of you out there because we have a very strong message which is celebrating the goddess within, which is neither gender. We all have a yin and a yang. The yin is the feminine, the yang is the masculine, and we want them to work harmoniously with each other. So we're going to explore that today in the live with Aleta St. James. So first, what I'd like you to do is center yourself and just take a deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. And in through your nose and out through your mouth. And then just close your eyes and hear the vibration of these Tibetan bells. They'll go through every energy center, the 7 of them that are in and outside your body. And now you can either keep your eyes closed or you can open your eyes and just take a look at me because I'm going to do a different technique in the beginning to get yourself centered in the present. So I want you to imagine that there is a white pearl at your tailbone. That's your first energy center that connects us to the earth. It also makes us feel safe. And I want you to feel as you're breathing in that white pearl is going up that channel that's inside your body all the way out to the top of your head. And you can feel the energy there. And then release. I want you to do that again. Imagine that there is a white pearl, tip of your tailbone. As you're breathing in, it goes up your channel to the top of your head. Keep it there. Feel the energy mounting. And then release. Now one more time. Feel the white pearl as you're breathing it up the channel, all the way through all your chakras, energy centers to the top of the head. Feel the energy mounting there. And release. So now I'd like you to open your eyes, and you can feel that you're more centered and in the moment. Because what we're doing is we're going from the lower chakras up to the higher chakras, which means that we're moving into higher consciousness. And that's what I want you to listen from your higher consciousness. Now, the reason why I'm doing these broadcasts every Sunday at 11 is because I want everybody to keep practicing the tools to life shift to higher vibrational rates. And it's an everyday practice. So if you go to Facebook, whatever was recorded in any of the live recordings on Sundays and anything else I've done, like the full moon ceremony, if you missed it, please connect. The energy was so strong that on Instagram, it blurred me out. The white light was coming in, and you could see it. People were saying you're blurry, and other people were saying it's the energy. So when that energy comes in really, really strong, you want to take advantage of that because it keeps your vibrational rate shifting and getting higher in frequency. So it's the art of becoming your future self. It's the art of becoming all the things that you want to manifest, even though we're in the pandemic now, and it seems like things are slowing down. And they are. And in many cases, that's really good that they're slowing down, because then we can take inventory of what's important and what isn't. and I know that you are. So I want to talk a little bit about Mother's Day because it's a double-edged sword. There's the joy of having a mother, or being a mother, and there's also being a mother with children that are difficult, which if they're in their teenage years might not be so joyful all the time. And then there's also experiencing having a mother transition to the other side. Now, that loss of a mother, when you're really close to her, is very, very wounding and deep and sad. And my mother, I'll share a little bit with you. My mother and I would always talk about when she was going to make her transition, because I've helped a lot of people through that transition. And we were right in the page with it. In fact, when she was in the hospital, I was saying, Mom, just leave. We don't like it here. We don't like to be with doctors prodding you all the time. It's okay, you can leave. But then when she finally did leave, she went right out the top of her hedge. I saw it. I had Sarah Joy, one of my clients, a beautiful opera singer. I had her album playing with David Miller, her husband, in the background because my mother loved opera. And then all of a sudden she was gone. So I would be meditating, and about 3 weeks in, my mother came to me and she said, Aleta, why are you so sad? I said, well, you're not here. And she said, don't worry, I'll be back. I'll connect back with you, but I'm going on to other adventures. And I went, wow, okay. And we'll be together again, I promise. And of course I said, well, in your time, there's no time. So God, that could be how many lifetimes. But I got it. I really got it. So that's what I want to say to you, whoever is listening right now, who's gone through a loss of a mother that you're close to. Basically, there's an agreement. And Connie Newton, my teacher, said, your mother finished the agreement. I said, wow, Connie, you're right. It felt like that. It felt like her agreement with myself, my brother Curtis, my sister Maria, was over. And all the love and support and energy that she placed in us was finished. She'd done her job and she was on to other adventures. And those were adventures that I always supported her in doing. She was always on my spiritual adventures. She was always growing. She was a concept therapy teacher. She always wanted to kind of grow and help us grow. And even if we were growing beyond my mother, she'd catch up. She helped my brother form the Guardian Angels, Mama Angel. She was right in there, publicity woman. Never did it before. My brother said, Mom, you can do it. She was Fran White. She didn't want me to go to Europe, but she went with me and she supported me finally in living my dreams of becoming an actress and going to drama school in England. And my sister was the one who got through college, got her master's. My mother was right there, and my father supporting us every step of the way. So when they're not here anymore in your life and you were close to them, then you have to go on and say, all right, why am I supposed to be here? And connecting to that passion inside of yourself for what your purpose and what your destiny is here while they're going off doing their adventures until you connect with them again, if that is meant to be. And that's why we're talking about feeling that God is within. Now, there are many clients that come to me from very cruel and dysfunctional mothers. They really had a hard time. And if you're there, and this is Mother's Day, and you're feeling like, I never really felt the love of my mother, sometimes I have many clients that feel that for me, because that's one of the things I channel, which is the goddess, divine mother energy. And therefore, that's probably why I'm attracting women that have been really, and men, that have really been wounded by a dysfunctional mother. But the thing is, what I ask you to ask yourself is, why did you reincarnate into that family structure? What were you trying to achieve? What were you trying to grow through that drama created in your life so that you could overcome that? And often in a session, my clients will say, I needed to learn more self-love. They had to contrast to work against. That's what Abraham always talks about, the contrast. So didn't feel love, had to go deep inside of themselves, search for it, connect with it, and grow through it. Whatever that is, at this particular point, I want you to feel that if it is true that we pick our parents and we pick the situations that our higher self, our soul, wants us to grow through, and that's the stage in the drama, then let go of any kind of resentments or sadness that you didn't have the mother that you wanted. Connect with the energy of the divine goddess, which I'm channeling today. Me, if you need to connect to a remote session, or anyone else that's in your life that's a female that's very nurturing to you. Friends, and only pick those people that reflect back to you that love and support. Because you don't want to keep bringing up the pattern of not feeling loved and supported with people that are incapable of doing that. One of the most amazing things in our psyche is that we have the choice to choose the things that we can control over the things that we can't. And if you didn't feel loved, and you still don't from certain people that are withholding, because they don't have that ability, or because they birthed you, they're projecting their own self-hatred on you, understand that you don't have to be stuck in that. That you can't control. But what you can control are the people that are around you that are giving you that unconditional love and support. And then when you start to feel that coming from them, as well as coming from yourself, where you're feeling that you're enough and that you're loved, I am loved. Today I got a wonderful message from one of the guardian angels, Arnold, who treats me like a sister. He's like a brother. And he basically said, gave me this beautiful, post with the flowers and the Mother's Day. And I said, thank you very much. And then he said, no, you are loved. And wow, that just hit me. That really did. So that's, the fire. That's the wind underneath everybody's wings. Not only that you love yourself, but there are people that love you. There are people that are there to support you. Maybe you need to ask, maybe you need to choose different people, and maybe you need to open up to receiving. Because that's what gives you the grit to keep on going. So woman Angela, I can't remember her last name, but she wrote a book called Grit, right? It's like, what keeps people going? Well, one of them is, besides the resilience and the passion in their minds, what keeps them going is that they don't try to change the things they can't control. They know the difference. They focus on the things they can and release the things that they can't. And then what you want to do is you want to vibrate up and imagine what you want to create in your life as if it's already happened. And that is like key, especially now in the pandemic, because for many of us, it feels like it's the same old, same old. It's getting kind of tired. It's the 8th week, and it looks like it could go on for another month. Who knows? And then they're talking about maybe it's coming back. So this is kind of a way that we need to kind of learn how to live. And why not live in a high state of feeling loved by ourselves and by everybody that we can surround ourselves with? Another beautiful trait of the goddess energy within all of us is that the alpha wants to keep going, 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 going. What's the result? What's the result? We need that. But the yin inside of us, it's about patience. And we are called right now to have so much patience that, you can just think that this is about it. I'm maxed out on the patience. And then you have to have more patience. Because within the trait of patience, you can relax. Don't you sometimes feel like, with all the rushing that we used to do, like, where am I going? Where am I going? Why do I have to rush? I'm in my studio. I'm in my home. This is it. Okay? I go from one block to the next and maybe the grocery store. So calm down. Chill out. Breathe and relax. Maybe I don't have to work 7 days a week. Maybe I don't have to keep going. Interesting concept. Patience. And receiving. Now, the law of magnetic attraction is really, really important in the goddess energy, in the feminine, because our alpha is beaming out, doing, and our magnetic is receiving. Now, so often right now, everyone's talking about vibrational rates, and I'll talk about matching your vibrational rate, which means that you're emulating that which you want to create. So you're emulating that sense of the goddess within inside of yourself and that love. However, you need the yin and yang. And the yin is the law of magnetic attraction. So you want to do two things. You want to be in resonance with that which you want to create and be that. So you're vibrating to that. So if it's financial abundance, as Eric Butterworth would say, instead of saying, I only have $1, say, I have $1. Isn't that great? Be in appreciation and gratitude for what you have. And that puts you in that zone. And then once you're in there, the yin comes in, the magnetic, which goes, I'm opening up to receive because I deserve. Very important. You need to feel on a very deep core level in terms of the goddess that you deserve. Lakshmi, which is one of the beautiful goddesses in the Hindu religion, and I have a portrait of her painted by Adriana Caroli, who is a very dear friend of mine and magnificent artist. My children were born on Lakshmi's birthday. And of course, many of you know I've been down to the temples in southern India when I was all the fertility temples on my journey to being a mom. And Lakshmi is all about love and all about receiving. If you vibrate to Lakshmi, you never think that you don't deserve. She's just there. Bring it on. And she's beautiful. And she receives the gifts. And there's always beauty and abundance and flow in her vibrational rate. So find something that gives you that feeling of that goddess that is all loving and all abundant and all there. You can find them in the Greeks. You can find it in Egypt. It's all there. Find someone that gives you that energy frequency. And for our full mooners, our mothers and females that connect with the new moon and the full moon and do those ceremonies, that's your symbol, the moon. Whatever it is, connect to that vibrational rate. And that's going to have you allow yourself to become magnetic. Be the magnet for what you want to create. As you're feeling, it's already happening. You're in different parallel situations. It's the yin and the yang. You can't be all goddess feminine without bringing in the yang. Otherwise, things don't get done. And you can't just be the yang without bringing in the magnetic feminine, because all you wind up doing is doing, and not receiving. That's when you have alpha burnout. Many of you might be receiving that alpha burnout feeling, and it's in my book, Life Shift, because if you're working at home, you might be finding that you're working doubly as hard. Because you get up, you get to your computer, and then you don't get away from the computer till 9:30 at night. And everybody's on the roll. And so communication, they want this, they want that. And all of a sudden you find out, oh my God, I'm still in my pajamas. And then it's funny because I was talking to a dear friend of mine today, and in her corporation, the people are just dying to get back to work because they're homeschooling their children. And that certainly is a challenge. I will attest to that because at the 8th week, the kids are hitting the wall. They're tired of it. They want the socialization. And, I'm having little revolutions in my house. Francesca's decided she's going to skip a class. And Gian, oops, couldn't log on to that, Mom. And you know what it is. They've just had it. So within that, you're kind of praying to get back to work so that you can be with your peers and get some energy. But in between that, you want to embrace all the aspects of your life with appreciation and gratitude, because if you do and you're not resistant to it, then all of a sudden you can relax and just go, all right, I have to deal with this. I'm going to go with the flow. And going with the flow is another goddess yin trait. It's going with the flow. If you want to be resistant and stuck into a pattern of how things should be, in this pandemic, you're going to have a really hard time. It's misery. If you can go with the flow, then it's beautiful. I mean, the other day, I was so surprised. Nobody's at the hairdresser, so you can see my bangs are getting longer and longer as the weeks go. And I was running out of shampoo and etc. And all of a sudden the bell rang and I buzz a person up and there it was. Ricardo, my beautiful brother hairstylist, had sent me some products. Oh my God, in a bag. Here you are, Amore. Miracles do happen. You can send out the vibrational rate, open up to receiving, and there it was, this beautiful package. So I have products now. Now, maybe my bangs are in my eyes, but I have the products to be able to wash my hair and condition it and be, healthy. And it came from love. So in this particular situation we're in, those wonderful, loving things that we can do towards others, but also receive them back from others. It's beautiful. And then you feel like energized. On Friday, there's a beautiful bar mitzvah from a client of mine's son, Adam. And we did it on Zoom. And I was like crying through the whole thing, even though I don't understand Hebrew. Because I was there at his birth. I helped bring him into the world. And there he was, 13, reading on Zoom and being bar mitzvah. And his mother and father were just amazing. It was just the most beautiful thing to watch. That's the goddess energy of magnetically attracting the good things in your life and getting excited about them. If you don't get excited about the things that happen, you're always going to feel flatlined. It doesn't matter if you have the most expensive car in the world and you just got the loan that you wanted and all beautiful things came in to your life if you don't allow yourself to feel it. And that's part of the magnetic goddess energy. It's receptive. That whole chant of I am loved and I am blessed is something, whether you're a female, male, or you're not quite sure which gender you decided to be at this particular point and you're trans, it goes beyond that. It's just about feeling loved and feeling the good things that happen in your life. The bell rang today, and all of a sudden Lillian made sure that I was going to get the flowers for Mother's Day, and she found the florist in the neighborhood that was actually delivering, because they're really not. And I thought, oh my God. And I know that in my apartment, my children have given me flowers. And so those are the small things in life that are the big, huge things, that you hold them in your heart, not for a second, and then the next thing is, oh, this is just getting on my nerves. No, you let that grow. That's magnetic feminine, and it keeps you in your channel. And then from there, you start to imagine, okay, let's bring in a wonderful magnetic energy of a relationship. That's my divine selection. Of more financial flow in a different way. How I can create finances. There's so much opportunity out there. Just have to look for it. And also my children, that we would have more love and fun together and be more connected as humans. All those things are possible. Just allow yourself to feel them today. That's your goddess flow. People that work with me, they'll in the elevator when they could come up and see me, and people would say, Aleta, I always know when your clients are coming because they have that glow. Because it's the light. It's the light. On the Instagram, when the Instagram blew out, when we were doing the full moon ceremony in Scorpio, because I was directly aligned with the moon and the sun at 10:45 with my triple Scorpio, so I was in light. That's what you need to be. You need to glow in the light. That's what keeps you young. That's what keeps you regenerating yourself. And that's what keeps you happy. Not things. Things come and go. In dancing, when I was dancing, they used to say you're as good as your last plie. Yeah. Because there's always something in your mind that says, maybe I have to do something better or something more. What about that? I want you to relax now. Just feel that love inside of yourself. Go up the channel and dream. It's beautiful. And so I'm very grateful that I can connect with you today and that you can find me on Facebook and also hopefully now on YouTube as soon as we figure out the technology to put the broadcast there. So that anytime you want to hook into the energy, it's there for you. So that you can regenerate and rejuvenate and get the spiritual concepts. And because I'm an energy healer and I do transmissions, everything has an energy to it. I had a client of mine that had the aha moment because I kept on saying, listen to, happiness is an inside job or create your future. Listen to it more than once. And she said, Aleta, I got it. And I said, it's not about what I say. It's about the energy that I transmit. That puts you in the energy frequency that is the state of being. It's the state of being that we're looking for, not a behavioral shift in terms of, okay, instead of feeling fear, I'm going to now behaviorally shift to faith. It's a feeling. It's an experience. It's a state of being. And that's why every one of us is in the art of becoming. And that's why it's important to work these principles, because at the end of this pandemic and for the rest of your life and maybe other lifetimes, you are going to be in a state of higher consciousness more than you're on that third dimensional density where there's fear and insecurity and hopelessness and senses of, oh my God, what if I fail? Hey, you know what? So what? Get back on your feet and go do it again, and you'll succeed. It's persistence and resilience that makes successful people, not the ones that feel like they're going to be successful constantly. It's the people that keep on keeping on. And that's what you should know right now. Even if right now you're not sure of what's going to happen in your life, where it doesn't look like there's a path for you, just know there is. God didn't put you here and your higher spiritual self to drop you on your rear end right now. Just tell yourself, I am opening up for it to be revealed. And then it can come in crazy ways. Somebody can come in and say, hey, I'm doing this project. You're really great with this. Do you want to join me? And then you start a whole new business. Or you might be sleeping and you get this amazing idea and it's, wow, why don't we do that? And so it is, it becomes. And so you start to be in the new world with the new norm, creating new ways of working and giving back to society. And then you start to feel that oneness. The whole thing about Mother's Day is that mothering feeling of oneness. And start to feel that as much as we're in our little caves, especially in New York City, right, and Manhattan and the boroughs, there is still a oneness. You know, when I go into the bodega with my mask and my gloves and I get my whatevers and I run out, the different people that are there, 6 feet, are talking about what they're feeling, and it's the same thing. Even though they're from different neighborhoods, not from my block, but then you know, wow, we're all one. So if you can get on the community chats, where if you're having a problem, you can at least connect with other people there. And then we have one on my Facebook. Please, I will answer all your questions. I was going to say I'll solve all your problems, but you know, that's an inside job. I can give you the tools. I can inspire you. I can channel the energy, but you have to be able to move, and it's your will. This is a free will planet. You know what I'm saying? This is a free will planet. I cannot want you to be more than you want for yourself. I can hold the energy. I can give you everything I've got in terms of what I know how to get there, but I cannot do it for you. And that's why working the tools and maybe having some remote sessions to shift if you feel stuck, reading Life Shift, going to other healers, reading other books, Wayne Dyer's The Power of Intention. I love him. He was wonderful. I was inspired by him a lot. He's endorsed my book. We are in affinity with each other. Find those people that, you know, really give you the power, the oomph, to have the passion to keep on keeping on. And that is your responsibility. That is in your ballpark. And that's really what's great, because you are in charge. So step up today on Mother's Day. Mother yourself. Want the support that you give to your children or your friends for yourself. And that's exactly the meditation that we're going to do right now. I want you to feel that you are giving yourself everything that you wish for everyone else, that you give to everyone else, especially your children. And you will feel magnificent. And I want you to take that and work with it for the rest of the week and the rest of your life, because that's key. That puts you in the state of now. That puts you in the art of becoming into your future self. And that puts you into happy and magnetic and successful and joyful and appreciative and grateful for being alive. It's a gift. Sometimes it feels like it's a burden. Shift up from that. Sometimes it definitely feels like it's a burden. I get it. I feel like that. I'm a single parent with twins in the pandemic. But you know what? I shift up when I'm starting to feel like, oh, wow, this is way too much. No, it isn't. God never gives us anything that we can't handle or grow through. Just know that. If you're starting to feel sorry for yourself, then you know that's the victim. And if you choose to put energy into the victim self, subpersonality of the victim, you can't rise and thrive because you're putting all your energy into negative. If you're feeling like that, the worst thing you can do is believe it and get stuck there. You want to shift, clear, and then recreate what you want and bring in the energy to help you. Bring in the love. Bring in people that can make you feel like, hey, we're there to support you. Your dream team of support. Okay, so now what I want you to do is we're going to do the opposite of the white pearl. We're going to come from our highest center here, just 6 inches above our head, the upper room. And because it's Mother's Day, I want you to imagine a silver orb of light 6 inches above your head, and what's coming in is surrounded by violet. Violet is the highest manifesting color. It's the color of Saint Germain. So you've got your silver and your violet. And feel like the rays of those colors are coming in through the top of your head and going through your whole body. And breathing in and out. And in and out. Breathing in and out. And in and out. And then what I want you to do is feel like you're harmonizing your brain mind with your heart center, so that we're really in the energy systems of our physical. And feel that. And then once you do that, and the more you do that, you're going to feel like your energy is expanding. Another good mudra that you can do is you put your thumb and your third finger together, like so. And as you're letting the energy come in, you can feel that. And then you can feel the energies expanding, not only in your physical body, and your emotional body, and your mental body, but also in your energy field. Breathe. Feel light. And then what I want you to do is place your hand on your heart center. And find the places that you don't give yourself self-care. That you don't love yourself as much as you love other people. And just breathe. Feel that. And let that come up. Because this is the moment you can shift that. And that's something that we all have. It's easy to love everyone else, right? Not so easy to love ourselves. This is about be the mother to yourself. Okay, here we go. Anything that's negative, I want you to hold it for the count of 5, and then release it. And hold it for the count of 5, surrounded by light, and then release it. Okay, here we go. And exhale. And then I want you to open up your energy field to allow guides, guardian angels, beings of light, your mother on the other side. Feel her coming in. I can feel a lot of energy coming in right now. And just feel the love and give to yourself what you would give to your children and others that you love. And feel what that feels like. It doesn't come from a partner. It doesn't come from finances. It comes from a deep sense of discerning intimacy. now I'd like you to repeat with me and feel the energy. I am blessed. I am loved. I am amazing. I am magnificent. And I always close with a prayer from Connie Newton that says, I am the light. The light is within me. The light moves throughout me. The light surrounds me. The light protects me. I am the light. And now, because we are a group, we are the light. The light is within us. The light moves throughout us. The light surrounds us. The light protects us. We are the light. And with that light, I want you to send the energy out to the planet and see the curves going down. They are in Singapore. And that people are going back because it's safe to businesses. And the right things are put into place. And that we rise and thrive and learn. And that we get back on our feet as quickly as possible because we're using intelligence and data and things that work. See that happening. That's the best thing that you can do. Send energy to the doctors, to the health practitioners, to the nurses, to the first responders, to the volunteers. They are in the front lines. They are putting themselves on the line and their families every day. Send energy to them so they can feel energized and uplifted and loved. That's the best thing that you can do when you can't leave your home. It's powerful. The law of resonance, that's what changes things. The more people that vibrate up, the faster we will evolve as a race and a planet, and the faster we will be victorious over all obstacles that we're facing right now. Happy Mother's Day to everyone. It's the essence of mother, love, and I love all of you, and I'm receiving all your love back. Until next week, I'll see you again. And remember, look at this on Facebook, and hopefully YouTube.